Hi, Brett here again, and welcome back to another video lesson. And in this one, we're going to talk about chords and keys. Now, if you know me at all, or if you've ever taken any of my workshops, one of the things you'll know about me is that I do not read music, and that may disappoint some of you. Let me tell you this: I play clawhammer and bluegrass banjo. I play acoustic guitar, auto harp, hammer dulcimer, mountain dulcimer, and I don't read any music. You don't have to read music to play music. If you've ever heard a concert pianist and you sit there in awe and you have a chance to go up to him afterwards, you don't go up to him and say, "Oh my, that was beautiful. I can't believe how well you read music." No, what you would say to them is, "I can't believe how well you play." So you don't have to read music to play. I'm not against reading music. I don't do it. I don't do it in my teaching. You don't need to do it in your teaching. And when we're talking about traditional instruments, hammer dulcimer, mountain dulcimer, clawhammer, banjo, and if you go back to guitar, traditionally they were not taught reading music. All right, and I'll get some arguments on that. They are today, but they weren't at one time. In fact, it's an accepted way of doing it today, but that's not how it was always done. So, again, anybody who knows me will know that my logo, my motto is teaching music through the back door. And the reason I have that is because I really don't teach like a whole lot of other people. I kind of have different ideas, different philosophies. And basically, I make it very, very simple. And the reason I make it very, very simple is because I need it simple. I remember looking in a hammer dulcimer book, and they were explaining how to find a harmony note. And I know how to find a harmony note on the hammer dulcimer, but following the directions given, had I had to follow those directions, I could not have found the harmony note. So sometimes people just make things difficult. Sometimes they do it on purpose. We'll talk about that in another video, but sometimes they do it on purpose. Sometimes they do it because they do it a certain way all the time because that's the accepted way of doing it. So I try to simplify things, make it simple, because that's how I need it. So let me just talk real briefly, this is very briefly, about what notes make up a chord. All right, so this is very easy to understand. A scale has 8 notes. It begins and ends with the same note. So let's just forget sharps and flats for a minute, and let's just do A because that's the easiest as far as the alphabet. So you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you have A. 8-note alphabet begins and ends with whatever you're starting with. If you did B, just for the sake of this, no sharps, flats, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, the 8th note is going to be B. It's starting over again. C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Make sense? Now, we're going to make this even easier because we're only going to worry about the first 5 notes of the scale. So let's go back to A. A, B, C, D, E. Let's do G. G, A, B, C, D. Let's do D. D, E, F, G, A. Let's do C. C, D, E, F, G. Does that make sense? So we're only worrying about the first 5. I know there's sharps and flats in there. We're not worried about that right now. To know the notes in that chord, and let's start with A. The notes in an A chord are going to be the first, the third, and the fifth. So the notes in an A chord are going to be A, C, E. All right, so it's A, C, E. The first, the third, the fifth. The notes in a G chord, G, B, D. G, B, D, first, third, fifth. Make sense? Let's do the notes in a C chord. C, E, G. C is the first, E is the third, G is the fifth. Let's do the notes in a D chord. D, F, and by the way, I know there's sharps in here. D, F, A. Does that make sense? Okay. To know the chords found in a key, you're going to use the same idea, but instead of the first, third, and fifth, we're going to use the first, fourth, and fifth. All right, so the first, we'll start with A again. A, D, and E. So the chords found in the key of A are going to be A, D, and E. A is the first, D is the fourth, E is the fifth. To find the chords in the key of G, G, C, and D. G is the first, C is the fourth, D is the fifth. G, C, and D. To find the notes in the key of A, D, and E. The first, the fourth, and the fifth. A, D, E. To find the notes in the key of C, C, F, and G. Make sense? Now, I know there's sharps and flats when we were doing certain of these notes. We're not worried about that. I'm just giving you the basic understanding of how to find the chords in a key and the notes in a chord. So if you're ever at a jam and somebody says, we're going to be playing in the key of G, how do you know what chords to play? You can take your fingers. I wouldn't hold them up where everybody could see them. You can do it sneakily on your lap, but it's going to be in the key of G, G, C, and D. G, C, and D. All right? Same with all these others. So I hope that helps, and you can use that. I hope you understand that. If you have any questions, let me know, and we will cover it again. Thanks so much.